You know, another nice summer day on the way for today. Going to be warm and humid. The temperature is going to be up a few degrees from what we had yesterday afternoon. As we take a look at our conditions outside right now, quiet on live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar. In fact, today is going to be a day where we have just a slight chance of an isolated shower or thunderstorm. And it's mostly when you travel north and west of Providence towards the evening hours. Our visibility right now, one of the things we're keeping an eye on. So far, so good for most areas. So you can see a little fog bringing down the visibility along eastern Connecticut from Willimantic down to Groton, now under a mile. Westerly, though, still reporting about 4 miles. We'll keep an eye on all of that for you. About 65 degrees in Smithfield. It's a mild start to the morning. 67 Coventry. No rain in the rain gauge overnight. With a south-southwest wind this morning in Seekonk, the temperature has stayed in the upper 60s. Taking a look at our live city cam. Good visibility in Providence right now. We've had dry roadways overnight, calm winds, high humidity, though. Those two factors could combine to allow for a little fog. Probably right through these early morning hours until maybe mid-morning at the coastline. We're in the mid-60s. Smithfield, Gloucester's at 64, 68 out in Plymouth. Winding out the view. Not a whole lot on satellite and radar. You can see this little bit of low cloud cover and patchy fog near the coastline. Once that thins out, we've got mostly sunny skies, and our biggest concern today would be just for cumulus clouds to develop and potentially give us that isolated shower or storm. But I think most of us are not going to see anything that you'll need to worry about for today. Patchy fog to sun for the morning commute. Notice those temperatures warm quickly through the 70s. By the afternoon, we're up into the middle 80s for highs. About 86 on the east side, downtown and Lincoln at 86. A few spots may climb up to the upper 80s. I've got Pawtucket, Central Falls, and North Providence all at 87. Working your way down the bay, a little bit of a sea breeze influence for Barrington and Riverside, mid-80s. Warwick at 85. Garden City, a bit inland in the mid to upper 80s. Down along the coast, you're going to be in the upper 70s to lower 80s. So out on Block Island today near 79, 80 Charlestown, and 81 in Westerly. About 84 today in Hope Valley. Northern Rhode Island, your highs well into the 80s this afternoon. Very warm and humid. I have us with an isolated shower potentially up into Burrillville, Foster near 86. In southeastern Massachusetts, looking good. Warm, muggy, mix of clouds and sunshine. Mid-80s in New Bedford, about 85 Fall River. About 80 for the high today in Middletown. Beaches. Give it a couple of hours to get back to sunny skies. About 78 degrees for the air temperature today at the coast. Water temperature near 68. High UV index. Safe sun time only about 12 minutes. There is still a low risk for rip currents, but we expect that to become probably a moderate to a high risk for rip currents by tomorrow and potentially lingering into Thursday. Visibility is going to be poor in any fog this morning on the bay. Otherwise, looking good. Waves 1 foot or less. High tides at about 3:30. Low tide at 8:17. So just getting word from the National Hurricane Center. They had their Air Force reconnaissance planes out there, and Bertha has weakened now to a tropical storm with 63-mile-an-hour sustained winds. You can see very disorganized storm, and it's probably going to continue to weaken over the next couple of days. Going to still track far out to sea. It's moving at about 20 miles an hour, so several hundred miles south and east of Nantucket. The impacts for us will be fairly minimal. The biggest thing that we will notice is again that high surf and that risk of rip currents at our coastline for your Wednesday. Inland areas, we do have a chance for showers and thunderstorms on Wednesday. There'll be some sun in between, so it's not a washout. A little cooler on Thursday, maybe an isolated shower in the afternoon. Friday looks dry near 80, and look at that weekend. Low 80s with sunshine. Should be beauty.